Well, guys, it won't be long until it's Christmas. The holidays are here. 2 weeks until the last final shopping day. We've heard all of this and had all the items in the stores since September. But those things mean different things to different people. For many people, it's the shopping, cooking, baking, wrapping, cleaning, decorating, hustle bustle that cause them despair and anxiety this time of year. However, it's not the most wonderful time of year for everyone for lots of more serious reasons. Not to put a damper on the season, but let's face it, many people who may have lost loved ones, they're sick themselves, they're estranged from family members, may be doing all the above things, but with a heavy heart. The situation I'm specifically talking about in these videos is when a member of the family is struggling with any kind of addiction and or alcoholism. Of course, the goal is for everyone in the family to have the happiest of holidays, including Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's gatherings. But this dynamic can prove quite tricky most of the time anyway, but this time of year, the holidays is especially difficult. When I was a kid, holidays were quite different with an alcoholic father. He was a very high-functioning attorney during the day at work, but at home was a whole different story. He was an alcoholic in every sense of the word. So if you dread the holidays because you have dysfunction, addiction, or alcoholism in your family, I've been there. As a child, from my first memories, I was always nervous around the holidays. And after many years of my own codependency and now working with others as a family addiction strategist, I have a few tips for you to help you make it through the holidays and still have your joy. The unknowns of addiction can make enjoying the holidays a challenge for both the individual suffering and their loved ones. When the time comes to start inviting guests over for festivities, it can be difficult to know how to make the experience as comfortable as possible for the loved one battling addiction as well as the rest of the family. Thankfully, there are some different approaches that are very simple that you can take to show support for everyone throughout the holiday season. Not only will it make it better for your family to enjoy themselves, but it could be a huge boost for the one battling addiction to seek out or continue treatment. Many people facing addiction tend to self-isolate more often during the holidays, especially if they've been dealing with addiction for a long period of time. Make sure to involve them whenever possible in the festivities, but be careful not to force them to interact if they don't seem like they're in a good place to do so. Limiting the stress and maximizing the holiday spirit can help them forget about their addiction for a bit. When the holidays are spent isolated, many individuals in recovery are at risk of relapsing due to stress or anxiety. Preparing for the holiday season by learning ways to help yourself and recovering or actively using loved ones to stay sober and peaceful through the holidays is a best practice. It's not an insurmountable task either. There are several ways to break it down. Without even inserting addiction into the narrative, people in general are trying to decorate their homes inside and out, stretch their budget as far as they can without breaking the bank. Join in all the hustle and bustle of finding the perfect gift for each person, planning huge family meals, dreading some of the people in the family who will be there who are obnoxious on their best days. But we love them anyway. Not to mention house guests coming and overstaying their welcome, making plans, getting reservations, buying tickets for all the holiday events, and a million other details that go along with each of these, right? Plus, regular life doesn't stop either. So even regular daily activities are over the top busy. Okay, can we agree that if we do not plan in general, we are all stressed to the max during the holidays anyway and asking for failure? Now, let's add the family member struggling with addiction to the mix. If we are honest, no family is really prepared to deal with a loved one's addiction in the first place. When a family is distraught and confused and desperate, they may inadvertently hamper the addict's recovery and even unknowingly support that family member's addiction. Are you inviting your struggling loved one to the holiday festivities? If the family wounds from your loved one's actions related to their addiction are too fresh, and for some, being in the same house can cause tension, consider talking to both parties and work out a solution for one to come to one event and one to come to another. Consider having separate, smaller gatherings if necessary. If you don't make this decision, you run the risk of your joyous family get-togethers quickly turning into arguments, finger-pointing, and maybe worse. If anyone in the family is uncomfortable being around a loved one in active addiction, they should not be made to feel guilty because of that. Everyone must make their own choice for their family, for their children, and their holiday experience. If the host does decide to allow a family member in active addiction to attend the family members together, they must know and follow the rules. You, the host, set the rules forth, and I would strongly suggest that they know there is no drinking or drugging and no sneaking, or they will be quietly escorted out. Be prepared for some pushback if they tell you that your rules or expectations are unfair. Nicely explain to them that you're very sorry, but that the rules for this event will not be broken. It's their choice, but failure to comply will not be tolerated. If you normally have alcohol at your family events, plan to have a definite beginning and ending time for your get-together, allowing for some who want to drink to wait until later in the evening when the loved one that is struggling has departed before bringing out the alcohol. Or be sure everyone is aware when the alcohol will be present and allow the struggling family member time to leave if they want to. If your family is diehard about alcohol being present, be sure to have some non-alcohol beverages available in plentiful supply. Depending on which stage of alcoholism or addiction they are currently in, it could be irresponsible and insensitive to tempt an alcoholic with that decision on their own. Coming together for the holidays should be a time of love and support for everyone. Find out all the details about a loved one who is in treatment and get the rules about their community get-togethers for the holiday. Talk to that person, get their feelings about who should come and the rest of the family members, and then go from there. I have many other resources, videos, and time to talk to you. If you need any extra support in this area, please do not hesitate to send me a message, a direct message, or a message on here. Please do not hesitate. I would be more than happy to help you with that.